So for those of you who may or may not be familiar with this program, this initially stemmed from what we call our A-ARL program. A-ARL is an alternative route to licensure program, meaning if you have your bachelor's degree completed already, but it's not in education or it doesn't lead to licensure in the state of Nevada, you can be eligible for this alternative route to licensure. What makes our program, there's a lot of A-ARL programs in Nevada. We are the only A-ARL program in Nevada, an accelerated alternative route to licensure. And what makes our program really special and stand out among a lot of the other programs in Nevada is that our A-ARL track is attached to a master's degree. So we're going to talk about that a little later, but just have that in mind because that's why we've made some of the requirements for eligibility for the program the way that they are. So first starting off, do I qualify for A-ARL? So some helpful ways so that you can know whether you qualify or not. First and foremost, you cannot currently be a licensed teacher. If you are subbing, that's okay, whether it's a day-to-day sub or a long-term sub. If you are teaching already full-time in a charter school maybe, but it doesn't require a license, that's okay too, you're eligible. And then, like I mentioned before, you do have to have your bachelor's degree completed, and it has to be either in a field outside of education or in an area that doesn't lead to licensure. Sometimes individuals have education degrees, education bachelor degrees, but they're not licensure tracks. They don't lead to licensure in Nevada. So that's the key there. Next, hopefully you're all interested in working in early childhood education, elementary education, or special education. These are the three program and licensure areas that we have A-ARL tracks for. Next, you have to be comfortable working in a fast-paced, dynamic learning environment. We may or may not have folks in here tonight who are already working in education, who are already working in the schools in various roles or capacities. So if you are, you know what I'm talking about. Things move very, very fast. You never know what's going to come next. And so we're really looking for students who are comfortable in that kind of working environment, that kind of learning environment, and can be adaptable. Next up, the passing scores for Praxis Core or CBEST. These are what we call your basic skills test. Preferably, ideally, we highly encourage you to have either your Praxis Core or your CBEST completed and passed all three sections, reading, writing, and math, by the time you apply for admission to the program. That being said, if you don't have them passed, that's okay. You're still eligible for admission. We just really urge you to have these, one or the other, you don't need both, one or the other exams passed by June 15th. If you have everything passed by June 15th, that will allow us to be able to work with the state, get you your A-ARL license issued, and allow you to be teaching full-time or eligible to teach full-time starting with this fall school year. So that piece is very, very important. Don't sleep on that. And then finally, in order to be qualified for A-ARL, you do need, once the program starts and you're eligible for your A-ARL license, that's your temporary 3-year license, you do need to be employed in either a Nevada public or a Nevada charter school full-time as a teacher.